Hi, Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 7. We will present about person environment fit theory. So I will introduce my group member. First, IRWANI NURAMIRA binti TAJUDIN. Second, ILIAHANIM binti ZULKISFILI. And my name is FARAH binti MUHAMAD BASRI. And then SITI JANNAH binti ZAINUDDIN. And the last one is SITI ZUBAIDAH binti Abu HASSAN SHARI.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today my group members and I would like to present about person-environment fit theory. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is ILIAHANIM binti ZULKISFILI. Okay, let's start with the introduction of person-environment fit theory. Person-environment fit theory focuses on the interaction between characteristics of the individual and the environment, whereby the individual not only influences his or her environment, but the environment also affects the individuals. Influential fit theories have been developed in the domains of health and stress, work adjustment, vocational choice, and organizational culture. The person-environment fit theories share the following assumptions, which are people seek out and create environments that allow them to behaviorally manifest the traits. As example, dominant individuals seek leadership position. Next assumptions are the extent to which people fit their work environments has significant consequences including satisfaction performance, stress, productivity, and turnover. Then, with better fit associated with better outcomes. Lastly, this theory is a reciprocal and ongoing process whereby people shape their environments and the environment shape people. In the context of career intervention, person-environment fit is essential for career planning, decision making, and adjustment. In fact, the mere knowledge about person-environment fit theory aids clients in understanding and solving career-related issues. Assessments of theoretically relevant constructs pertaining to the individual and the environment is a key part of career counseling from the person-environment fit perspective. As the results are incorporated into counseling to assist in their career development. The traits most commonly assessed include vocational interests, work values, and cognitive abilities. Let's continue to the next subtopic, which is the founder of person-environment fit theory. The founder of this theory is Frank Parsons in 1909. He is largely considered the father of modern career counseling, and he also the first people to come up with theory career counseling. But the theoretical concept of person-environment fit developed by vocational psychologists such as Dawes, Loftus, and Holland. The concept has its roots in the interactive perspective in psychology, which recognizes that individuals' attitudes and behavior are determined jointly by their personal characteristics and their environment.
My name is FARAH binti MUHAMAD BASRI. My matric number 1180150. I will continue to history and background person environment fit theory. History of person environment fit can be traced back to Parsons 1909. Congruous concept in vocational guidance. It is also largely affected by Levin's proposition that behavior is a function to the person and the environment. Important precursors to Parsons' theory can be found in William Stan 1910 and in studies of tramway driver selection. Persons are in terms of individual traits such as abilities or preferences, and environments usually refer to some characteristics of a of a setting such as demands or norms. There are three main concepts of person-environment fit theory. First is correspondence, second congruence, and third satisfaction. Okay. Correspondence, it shows a response between P, which is person, and E, environment. Okay. Congruence, the match between an individual and a group of people who comprise an environment. And satisfaction is refers to individual who is satisfied with the work done. Satisfaction will come when that individual's need can be fulfilled. There are four types of correspondence. First, objective person-environment fit, which refers to the fit between the objective person and the objective environment. Second, subjective person-environment fit, or the fit between the subjective person and the subjective environment. And third, contact with reality, meaning the degree to which the subjective environment corresponds to the objective environment. And the last one, accuracy of self-assessment, representing the match between the objective person and the subjective person.
Thank you to Farah TASNIM. Now I will continue about applying theory in career counseling. The person in environment perspective is indeed an inclusive view of career development. The theory major focus on initial career choice, for instance, should be expanded to account for interactive influence over the lifespan. To be a greater emphasis of the reconnections, the initial good fit between person and career may not continue to be a good fit over the lifespan. Individual influence environments, and a broad array of factors is in the environment influence the individual. Next is counselor focus on understanding the dynamics of change in individual development and the important message individuals receive from their environment. Counselors not only address environmental influences in the initial choice, but also relatively fast-moving change in restructured work environment and significant demographic change forecast for the 21st century. Counselors help clients explore the meaning and origin of core assertion to more fully understand self in situation, and self in multiple life roles. Counselors empower clients to challenge the core assumptions to limit career options.
Okay, next is about multicultural issue. First, deep understanding of the element of foreign or under culture. For example, a person who works in a foreign country and he tries to adapt himself by tolerating the mismatch or misfit with his environment by trying to deal into the cultural element of that country. Next is gender. Gender is the same to the man and woman. It means like there is no issue for the gender, as long as the both genders achieve satisfaction in their work, either in terms of salary and so on, and this satisfaction will lead to a person's fit with his work.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I would like to talk about advantages and also the limitations about this theory, which is person-environment fit theory. So the first advantages is can a curate happier person. It is because if the environment suits with our personality, so we will feel happy and less stressed. Because the environment can affect the person's motivation, behavior, and overall mental and physical health. And if the fit is optimal, the individual functioning may be facilitated, or if it is unsuitable, the individual may experience maladaptation. For example, a developmental behavioral pediatrician may learn that a particular or regular school environment is not providing much needed academic programming for the child that have problem health, like autism and others. So if the environment that kid have is not suitable, so he can become unhappy and feel stressed, because the problem help kid usually needed a special care and also a special programming at the school. So that's why if the environment fit the person really well, so that person can live better and live in happy life. Okay, secondly, the advantages of person environment fit theory is also understand human needs. So feeling away from negativity is necessity for everyone, no matter where you are, who you are, how you are, you know, especially in places where we are always being there, like at home or when we work, because at home and at the workplace is the place that we always being there. So in line with this story, it promotes a good and positive life towards people. So World Health Organization, which is WHO, has stated that pressure at the workplace is actually unavoidable due to demands of the contemporary work environment. However, when that pressure becomes excessive or otherwise unmanageable, it leads to stress. And stress can damage employees' health and the business performance. So, it is very important to keep our work environment in good condition, so that pressure can be avoided by using this theory method. Okay, lastly, the advantages of the person environment fit theory is can make people more awareness of how their surrounding affects them. This theory can make people more knows and more smart to know the effect that surround their environment. From before, one person does not know the effect and what can happen in the environment, but after they learn by this theory, they know how to make the environment as a better place. For example, someone who has skill and interest in engineering, but he get a job as a designer. Okay, when he or she is in the designer's job, there come a feeling of being unhappy with the work that he or she does. So when they learn about this theory, she or he can take better step in their work, so that unhappy feelings and or maybe stress feeling can be eliminated, which is they can decide to just stay in their work or step away from their work. Okay, so this theory very sure that make people realize that environment is very important in everyone's life. Interpretation of this person environment fit theory. So first of all is not all people have the ability to change their environment. Not everyone has enough funds to pay for more. For example, a child with this special disability needs to go to special school that require additional funding. So the parent of the child cannot send their child to special school due to financial problems. So they just send their child to the regular school. So because of that kid's family's problem, which is the financial problem, so that kids cannot having a good learning at school, cannot having a good care about he or she disability. And I give you the other example of this limitation, which is if someone work in a place that doesn't suit them, but the pay is high, or the company give he or she big salary, so they would prefer to continue working because they need more money for their needs. It because it's okay to work in the bad environment, but they get more salary, they get high salary. Okay, so that's why this limitation is cannot apply to this situation. Okay. The next limitations of this theory is the specific coping and defense strategy as not predicted. which is person-environment fit theory devotes limited attention to coping and defense problems. The theory does not specify the criteria by which the person will choose from among various methods for resolving person-environment misfit. For example, when one woman had been working for 3 years as a promoter, but in the 3rd year she had an accident, that caused her left hands unable to function. So after the incident, she felt that her job, which is as a promoter, was no longer appropriate towards her lah. But she did not know the most effective way to deal with the problem. So the theory should give more way or more attention to handle the problems in every situation. So that's all the advantages and the limitations that I will share to you guys. Okay, to conclude, person-environment fit theory remains one of the most eclectic domains of organizational psychology. However, it is conceptualized, operationalized, or assessed result consistently demonstrates that people perception and actually fit with the environment has important consequences for work-related attitudes and behaviors. Environment fit theory able to have resources to help people manage stress and keep everything in balance, like decreasing environmental stress and also increasing personal competence. Environment fit theory also provides a systematic general framework for understanding how the person and environment combine to produce stress and influence strain. But with the right way, all the negativity and stress can be reduced to make sure people happy. So that's all from our group. I hope this presentation will give you a good knowledge and a new knowledge for you guys about the theory for today, which is person-environment fit theory. So if you guys have a questions, just ask and inshallah we will answer it. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.